Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about the Canary Islands, and more specifically, how to choose the best Canary Island for you to hike. So it's winter in the Northern Hemisphere, so of course everyone's talking about the Canary Islands for a warm getaway. But what you might not know is the Canary Islands are home to some of the best hikes in the world. The Canary Islands are an autonomous community of Spain located in the Atlantic Ocean, approximately 100 kilometers west of Morocco. This archipelago comprises 7 main islands: Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, La Palma, La Gomera, and El Hierro. Known for their volcanic origin and diverse landscapes, ranging from sandy beaches to lush forests and mountainous terrain. The GR131 is a long-distance hiking trail that connects all 7 islands, covering approximately 560 kilometers. Each island on the GR131 is a hiker's dream and offers different diverse landscapes, reflecting the unique character of each island, making it a popular choice for hikers seeking to explore the natural beauty of the Canary Islands. The great thing about this hike is that you can do the whole thing, one island after another, or you can do separate sections if you're a bit more strapped for time. So, I'm going to do a deep dive on each island and discuss each one's unique characteristics to help you make a decision on which island you should hike. I'm going to base this off my own experience hiking the GR131 on each island. I'm also going to list the islands in order from easiest to hardest to help you with your decision making of which one to pick. But first, here are some factors you should consider before making a decision about which island is right for you. These factors include landscape preferences. Each island offers unique landscapes, from volcanic mountains in Tenerife to lush forests in La Palma. Determine if you prefer coastal hikes, mountainous terrain, or forest trails. Hiking difficulty and experience level. Assess your fitness level and experience. Islands like La Palma and Gran Canaria have trails ranging from easy walks to challenging multi-day hikes. Choose trails that match your skill level. Elevation gain. Some hikes involve significant elevation changes, which can be strenuous. Ensure you are comfortable with the altitude and physical demands of the chosen trails. Day hikes versus multi-day treks. Decide whether you want to do shorter day hikes or longer treks that may require camping or overnight stays. Seasonal considerations. The best hiking conditions typically occur from late October to March, when temperatures are pleasant. Research the weather patterns for your planned hiking season to avoid extreme conditions. Accessibility and transportation. Consider how easy it is to reach the trailheads from your accommodation. Some islands may require more travel time to access popular hiking areas. Check if public transport or shuttle services are available for getting to and from the hiking locations. Safety. Research the safety of the trails, especially if hiking solo. Areas with a strong local community tend to have better maintained paths and more support for hikers. Popular trails can also be crowded, especially during peak tourist season. If solitude is important to you, consider less travelled routes or visiting during off-peak times. Cultural interests. Some islands have rich cultural histories that can enhance your hiking experience. Look for trails that pass through historical sites or local villages. By evaluating these factors, you can make an informed decision about which Canary Island best suits your hiking aspirations or personal preferences. So I'm now going to rank each trail through a clear ranking system from 5 to 1, number 5 being the easiest, number 1 the hardest island. I'm also going to do a deep dive on each island to talk about what to expect in terms of scenery, landscapes, and facilities. So here's my list of Canary Islands hiking difficulty, from easiest to hardest. Number 5, rated as my least difficult to hike, is Lanzarote. The terrain of Lanzarote is characterised by its unique volcanic landscape and relatively mild elevation changes. The trail traverses through diverse volcanic terrains, including ash tracks, lava fields, and extinct volcanoes. Hikers encounter a unique volcanic landscape, which contributes to Lanzarote's excellent wine production. Elevation and distance. Lanzarote's section of the GR131 is about 80 kilometers long and has the fewest altitude meters compared to other islands. The highest point of the island offers panoramic views and can be reached during an easy day hike. Camping and accommodation. Wild camping is difficult and completely banned in the national parks. I managed to find a small hidden spot, though given how exposed Lanzarote is, it was quite windy, sandy, and an uncomfortable night. The other night I stayed in a small B&B. Varied ecosystems. The northern part of the trail features the most green growth on Lanzarote. As the trail progresses southward, it becomes increasingly arid and desert-like, especially in areas like the Rubicon Plain. The path includes a mix of ash tracks, dusty trails, and some sections along tarmac roads. Some parts of the trail pass through loose, uneven surfaces created by volcanic ash, making navigation challenging. The trail felt very quiet and isolated compared to some of the more heavily trafficked trails on other islands. Despite its volcanic nature, Lanzarote is generally considered less challenging than some other Canary Islands due to its milder elevation changes and shorter overall distance. Number 4 in terms of difficulty is La Gomera. La Gomera contains moderately difficult and diverse hiking trails. GL131 elevation and distance. Total length is approximately 41 to 45 kilometers, and the highest point is at 1,487 meters. There's significant elevation changes, with the first day alone involving an ascent of about 915 meters. Trail conditions comprise of a mix of narrow paths, steep slopes, and sections with loose ground. Tropical surroundings with palm trees and cacti in the lower elevations, transitioning to pine forests as the trail ascends. Cloud forests in the special national parks and volcanic terrain, including areas with very loose ground. Unique features include the national parks, home to about 450 plant and tree species. Good physical condition is necessary, especially for long stretches without facilities. Despite its challenges, La Gomera is renowned for its spectacular views, diverse scenery, and the unique experience of traversing through various ecosystems. Its short distance, mild climate, and moderate incline puts the island in the lower half of my difficulty rating. Number 3, Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria contains challenging and diverse hiking trails. The GL131 spans approximately 85 to 88 kilometers across the island. There is a notable increase in elevation and some rough sections without water. The nature reserve I saw in the centre of the island is probably one of the most unique nature reserves I passed. Considered a medium to challenging hike, it requires good walking fitness and sure footing. You need to have the ability to handle tough ascents and tough descents. The descent on the final day is particularly demanding and time-consuming. Gran Canaria offers a diverse hiking experience, from the coastal areas to the high mountain peaks, making it a unique and rewarding trek. The increase in elevation, brutal first section, and stretches without water put this island number 3 on my list. Number 2 is Fuerteventura. The GL131 on Fuerteventura is a challenging and diverse long-distance hiking trail that spans the island from north to south. The total length of the GL131 on Fuerteventura is 160 kilometers and is typically completed in 7 to 9 days. Given the length of the GL131 on this island, a lot of people tend to break it up into individual days or just hike certain sections. Fuerteventura is a semi-desert landscape with very little tree cover. It has varied scenery, including golden sand dunes, volcanic badlands, and beautiful beaches. There's gentle slopes for most of the trail, with some exceptions, like Pico de la Zarza. The trail also passes through multiple protected natural areas, covering around 30% of the island's surface. The highest point on the trail is Pico de la Zarza, which stands at approximately 800 meters tall. Fuerteventura generally features less elevation compared to other islands, such as Gran Canaria or La Gomera. Expect to see a mix of unpaved paths, dusty trails, and some sections along roads. Take note that there is a lack of shade and no natural water on Fuerteventura, which is why I rated this island higher up on my difficulty list. Fuerteventura also has an arid climate with temperatures consistently above 20 degrees during the day in winter. It requires a good physical condition and careful planning for water and sun protection. Despite its challenges, there are a number of stunning natural parks, coastal areas, mountainous terrain, and friendly towns with great food and coffee that you'll pass through. Given its length, remoteness, high temperatures, lack of shade and water, I've rated Fuerteventura as the second most difficult island on my list. And finally, number 1 on my list is Tenerife, a challenging and diverse island. The GL131 is approximately 85 kilometers on Tenerife and takes roughly 5 to 6 days to complete. Again, this can be hiked in individual sections quite easily. The highest point on the trail is near Mount Teide at 3,715 meters tall. There's significant elevation changes with a total ascent of 3,000 meters over the whole trail. Expect to see varied landscapes, including laurel forests, pine forests, and volcanic lunar terrain. Trail highlights include the crossing at the spectacular Teide National Park. You need a permit to do the optional summit to Mount Teide, which is an extinct volcano overlooking the whole national park. The traverse at Las Canedas Plateau is pretty cool as well. You'll also get to pass through Vilaflor, which is Spain's highest village, nestled in the highlands of the island. In terms of trail conditions, expect to see a mix of forest tracks, mountain paths, and some sections on roads. Some parts pass through dense forest, whilst others are in exposed high altitude areas such as the Teide National Park. There's also the potential for extreme weather conditions, including possible snow at higher altitudes in the winter and flash flooding due to storms. Tenerife is considered moderately challenging to quite difficult due to the elevation gain, varied terrain, and potential for poor weather. It requires very good physical conditioning, resilience, and adequate planning. Tenerife offers hikers an extraordinary experience, showcasing the island's diverse landscapes. Given its elevation, potential for drastic variability in weather and remoteness, I've rated it as number 1, my hardest island to hike. Given this, it's probably one of the most rewarding, given just how unique and incredible the Teide National Park is. And guys, I know you're probably thinking, that's only 5 islands, aren't there 7 in total? And you're correct, there is also La Palma and El Hierro. But unfortunately, when I hiked the Canary Islands and did the GR131, there was an active volcano on La Palma, so I was unable to hike that island. And I actually also ran out of time, so I didn't get to complete El Hierro either. So that's the reason why I'm not talking about La Palma or El Hierro in this video. So guys, that's the video. I really hope you got some value, and I hope it's a little bit clearer on which island that you're gonna pick for when you do your hiking holiday this winter in the Canary Islands. Any questions at all, drop them below. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Also, if you're interested, I have a brand new Patreon that you can join for free to keep up to date with what I'm doing at the moment. You can also pay a little bit extra to get access to ad-free videos, early content, and behind-the-scenes content. Hope you're having a fantastic new year. I'm looking forward to creating a whole lot of new videos for you guys and getting out to do some hiking in Europe around June. So yeah, I'll have some brand new content around that point in time. In the meantime, I might do a few hikes here in Australia. We'll see how things go in terms of work and whatnot. Until then, I will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.